My name is Joshua Vang, and welcome to my presentation about the American bush-tit's nest. The scientific name for the American bush-tit is Satroparus minimus. The order is Pesiformes, and the family is Agatelidae. They are found in the western U.S. and stretch down all the way to Central America. They're usually found in open woodlands, forests, near banks of rivers, in parks, and residential gardens. And here's my video. As you can see, one already went in, and the other pair is on its way, and they switch places. And I think that this nest is unfinished. And here I start to zoom in and out to show how far away I am. And then you can hear the running water because I took this at Lost Lake. So this slide is my ecological interaction slide. So the American bush tit has, I would say, a commensalism relationship with the trees they use to hang the nest on. It provides the structure for the nest and possibly protection, like camouflage, but the trees do not benefit at all. And then there's also a form of intraspecific mutualism because they are both building a nest together, the male and female. And this is a picture from our references of what the nest should look like. And on the next slide, I should also have another picture of it. So my hypothesis for my experimental design is that bush tits that live in rural areas tend to use more natural resources to line and insulate their nests, such as spiderwebs and plant materials, and that bush tits that live in more urban areas would tend to use more soft plastics and more human-made materials. And if my hypothesis is off, then I expect no change to materials used by both the rural and urban bush tits. So this is my experimental design. The independent variable will be the number of American bush tits in an area. The dependent variable will be the locations of the nests and how noticeable the nests are because they're usually very camouflaged. The controlled variable will be the time of day, which is in the mornings because that's when most birds are active. We would like to have a non-stormy weather or no heavy rains. And the season will be April through June because that is when we will find them nesting usually. And for the methods, we will have as many teams of people going through urban and rural areas throughout the whole range of the American bush tit. So I think it would be around 3 people per team, and that would possibly be hundreds of people going through the whole range, rural and urban. And the urban areas would have to be volunteers' houses or green spaces in the neighborhoods, such as local parks, like in the neighborhood. And rural areas there would also be local parks, but more like away from the city, and also lakes and woodland. And each area that a nest is found, they will be recorded of where it was, the location, and it will be, if possible, we would take pictures from multiple angles to analyze what it could be made of. And at the end of the season, the breeding season, if any nests fall, we will collect those too. And then after collecting all of the data, we will finally compare to see if the urban and rural nesting materials are different. And these are my references. Most of the photos of my presentation are from here, and that is the end of my presentation. Thank you.